Happy Sunday. It's your boy again. Who knows what the topic will be today? All I can say is it's going to be unscripted. We live in a world today where everybody wear masks, and it annoys the hell out of me. We have a mask to go to church. We have a mask for work. We have a mask for when we are around ratchet people. We have a mask for when we are around the CEO. We have a mask for when we are around the janitor. We have a mask for when we in the hood. But who are you is the question. You can go through life pretending, or you can just be real. One of the things I learned from myself is that if you be real 100% of the time, flaws, strengths, or weaknesses, then nobody have anything on you, right? I remember when I used to drink, people were quick to say, "Oh man, you got drunk last night." Nigga, I know you was with me. You left that part out. But my story is no different than yours. Just a little bit of circumstances or environments or whatever it may be. I grew up in Galveston, Texas, right? I remember at 6 years old, we lived in an alley, and there used to be rumbles in that alley with chains and knives and fists. That was around like 1986. We used to go around the neighborhood. We would wrestle each other, WWF. Everybody would have cardboards. We break dancing against each other. Have our own little groups. Ours was New Edition. Everybody wanted to be Ralph. And then somewhere along the lines, it turned into like Bloods and Crips, and it always confused me. But for whatever reason, I made it out, and all the hood dudes, they let me make it. Oh, that's the dude that wear the backpack. He ain't doing nothing. But what happened was I got kind of caught in between where the Bloods or the Crips would say, "Hey, man, tell your boys we gonna get them." Like, man, I ain't in this shit, But I remember one time, San Francisco 49ers, my favorite football team. And I remember one time I was wearing a 49ers bomber, and somebody was like, "What's up, Blood?" And I'm like, "I ain't no damn Blood." So anyway, where I grew up was the Bloods, and where my grandma lived was the Crips. But anyway, I got tired of getting chased home when I got out of school, so I started carrying my grandmother 38. And one day somebody was like, "What's up, Blood?" So I didn't shoot them, I just shot at them, so they'd leave me alone, right? So then my parents made me move. And then I went to another city and started getting in trouble there or whatever. Just being young, my thing was mostly chasing girls. I wasn't ever no gangster, nothing like that. But then I ended up joining the Marine Corps because my junior year in high school, my family was like, "Oh, we don't have money for college, blah, blah." So I joined the Marine Corps. That changed my life. It showed me all the strengths I could have, I did have. Was a most improved recruit out of boot camp, graduated with a stripe, private first class. And then from there, my career just took off, Got 3 degrees, a bachelor's in criminal justice, a master's in education, a doctorate in law. I got commissioned. I retired as a captain. While I was in California, I started a nonprofit called B Bridges, and it just helped break down social barriers and racial barriers. That was very successful. Started investing in real estate, did something opposite everybody else we're doing, look for the gaps, made a lot of money in real estate, had a great, damn near perfect marriage. But then what happens when shit started falling apart? I got angry at the church because I got tired of hypocrisy, people struggling with drugs and alcohol, infidelity, with homosexuality or whatever it may be. They couldn't talk about it in the church. So that was the program I started. At the time, I say I went on like a 10, 13-year run, deeply embedded in the ministry. Didn't drink, didn't cuss, didn't smoke cigarettes. And this was all a genuine effort to be the best person I could be. But then people start dying, start seeing the behind the scenes shit that goes on in church. And as a young person, that really rocked my faith. Then I just basically got angry at God, especially when I went through my divorce, because I felt like I was a good provider. And regardless of what these women say out here, all men cheat, that's bullshit. Because you can't name one woman on this earth that said I ever fooled around when I was married. Did not do it. Don't do it, period. So anyway, I got mad at God, and so I went and bought a corner bar. And even in doing that, I could not escape my purpose. There were biker gangs, Latino Kings, Houston, and for whatever damn reason, they gave me respect. But in hindsight, I see it was never me in the first place. It was the hand of God that he had on my life and my purpose. To be able to associate or communicate with the janitor all the way up to the CEO. I'm educated, but I never forgot where I came from. So how does that all impact you? I told you about all the good stuff. Anything, the American dream, I had it. And I didn't lose it. I gave it away. I sabotaged myself. I stopped trying. I got tired of people trying to sue me, moochers, people trying to control me, and you can't control me. And as soon as you think you try to figure me out, hey, I'll switch up on you real fast, because I'm not a book. I'm a breath of life. So you might know me for a little bit, but you just a sentence. If I was a book, you just maybe not even a quotation or a period in my book. So don't ever think you figure me out. It ain't gonna happen, Captain. So I say all this to say this. I can sit here and tell you all the accolades. I can tell you all the things I lost, all the things I suffered. But the good things I did in life, I wanted to do them. The bad things I did in life, I wanted to do them. And it was self-willed. Nobody to blame but me. I got good consequences and I got bad consequences. All I can say to you is stop wearing masks. If you want a real relationship with God, stop saying things like, I'm going to church, because you can't go somewhere that you are. The church, if you really look at what the concept of it is, it's a living organism, a fellowship of men and women that go to somewhere and worship a common God. An assembly place is a better way to put it. But it's not what you do when you're inside the four walls. It's what you do when you're outside the four walls. But if you want to change, first thing you got to do is be honest with yourself and stop blaming everybody else for what happened in your life. Oh, they did this, they did that. Well, you enabled it. You like the hero role. You like being pat on the back. You like the thank yous. And then when they stop, it's their fault. Nope. Don't let anybody dictate who you are. Either you're going to be a good person or you're going to be a jackass. Put it all together. Be yourself. And if yourself, who you are, is not a good person, you need to do some self-searching. Develop a true relationship on a spiritual realm and then allow God to guide you into the person you're supposed to be. Peace.